Hello.
Oh, sorry.
We're live.
Hello. We're live.
Welcome in. We're going to be here answering your questions all night long or for an hour, whichever comes first. I have with me some of my, actually everyone, nope. I met two of these people through List Perfectly and one through FlipCon.
Mm-hmm.
So we are going to go. Hi, I do YouTube professionally for a living and I can't do a live show and I can't speak English tonight.
Oh my God, who put her in charge?
I make money being a goof. Okay, so we're going to go around the room and allow my friends to introduce themselves, and then we will be fielding questions from the chat.
Awesome.
We'll start with Dana.
Okay, hello. I'm Dana Crawford, the Powerselling mom, and I've been selling on eBay since 1997, so I am old. And but yeah, and then I've got the Powerselling podcast. So that's my big thing right now is podcasting. So thanks for inviting me. It's so nice to be here with you lovely ladies and all of the people in the chat.
Thanks. Hi, I'm Lori Johnson from K&L Resell. Yeah, and I've known these three other ladies. I've known Koko for about 5 minutes. Lovely. She's lovely. And these other two goofballs for, oh my God, 5-6 years now, I think, going on 6. Yep. So yeah, we met on List Perfectly, and Koko I just met tonight. So I sell just about everything. My motto is we sell almost, in parentheses, anything. And I'm on all the usual platforms, eBay. I do a little bit of Whatnot and Poshmark and Mercari and all that stuff. And I've recently got into trading cards and comics. So I'm trying to go with the smalls more now. So that's been my focus lately. Been doing quite lucrative. Just sold a $125 baseball card. So I was really happy with that one. Cost me like 10 cents. Yeah. Okay, Koko, what you got?
Hi, everybody. I am Koko. Koko Lives Live. I am a mom of 2, and I have been reselling since 2022. And I am very happy to be here and excited to be with these amazing ladies. So thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. If you followed any of my friends here and you're not familiar with me, I'm going to introduce myself a little bit. If you are familiar with me, tough. You got to listen to it again.
No holding back.
I get accused a lot in my comment section on my YouTube that I repeat myself a lot, and I do. I talk a lot and I repeat myself. That's who I am. So I built this business with my partner, Keith, for 8 years, and then he decided he didn't like it anymore. So he took an accounting job, but he still helps me with shipping and other things I need help with. But basically, I'm holding down the fort alone. I sell on 6 platforms. I do live shows on 2 platforms. And I have all the social media, even TikTok, which is a problem. I'm addicted. I sell, I like to say I sell all this, a little bit of everything, a little bit of everywhere. But I used to focus on plush and jeans. These days, it's mostly just jewelry and like plus size clothing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
it's fun to be able to shift focus, you know?
It is. And I kind of had to because I don't have as much help. And if you didn't know, I started this job because I'm disabled. So I can't lift and do the things. So once he helps me with the shipping and he's gone for the day, I got to be able to do my thing. So. All right, I know we had a question waiting for us before we even came on tonight.
Is it?
But I have to find it because they put it in the regular comment section. And now I can't see it because I can only see it.
I saw Karen come in. I said you said hi to Val. I said hi, Karen. Valerie! There's Miss Kelly.
Hi, everyone that's coming in. We appreciate you and we love you. And I'm trying to figure something out. Hi. But if you have questions, put them in the chat for sure, because we have a lot to say about a lot of things.
Don't get us started.
Yeah, I know I had a comment waiting, but they put it in the comment section. And I don't read it.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Desert Sellers, hello.
Hey, everybody, welcome in. If you got questions, put them in the chat. We'll answer almost anything. We sell almost anything and we'll answer almost anything.
Ms. Tempting Treasures is taking pictures while she's listening.
Yay.
Where's your favorite place to source?
Ooh.
Oh, Dana, you're in the hot seat.
Well, right now it's in my living room, but no, I was actually out and about the other day, and Habitat for Humanity. I found some great stuff in there. I personally like yard sales the most. That's my favorite place. But during the week, it's the thrift stores.
Those are always good. I like to do before the thrift stores. I like, this will be a secret revealed, Max Sold. I wonder who turned me on to that, Dana.
Yeah.
It was Dana. And I've got a lot of great stuff out here. She's on the East Coast in Florida, and you're still living there, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then I'm on the West Coast, so it's a little bit different shopping thing. But I like Max Sold because you get a lot of the estate sale stuff. And then you can get the leftover stuff that people didn't think they could afford or didn't want or anything. And you get to just go pick it up. It's really nice. Some people will mail it, but it's just awesome. And everything Dana said about it has proved out. It's just a gold mine for me. A lot of the places I get it from are in Silicon Valley. So there's lots of good stuff that way. I wish I could do the big stuff because there's some great pieces of art that get sold down there. The other place, what's the other? Oh, well, Whatnot. Those are my two big ones. Whatnot's great. I banked up a whole bunch of jewelry about a year and a half ago. So I like to get my jewelry from there. I'm not going to give away my secret. I've given away to too many people who are not buying from me anymore because of it. So, but there are a lot of great sellers. You'll know who they are on there, and it's a great resource.
My favorite places to source, the main one, the bins, but there has to be specific bins, and there's 2 hours for me, so I have to make that at least twice a month because it's worth it. By the third hour, I have 2 carts full, like full. Wow. It's heaven.
Wow.
If I can't make it to the bins, then I do thrift stores. Not my favorite because where I live, Central Florida, and 45 minutes from, 30 minutes from Orlando, going north, it's really expensive. Like the thrift stores are, sometimes you can find 1 or 2 good things, but
they're on to us. They know we're out there.
Yeah. Well, it's our fault. It's our fault, remember?
Exactly.
So, but yeah, mostly the bins and some thrift stores but I love garage sales and estate sales too. So, but the bins is like my number 1.
Okay.
I like to dig.
Yeah, digging is fun.
So I don't like thrifting. I don't like sourcing. I don't like leaving my house, and I don't like wearing anything other than my pajamas. So my favorite place is online.
Watch her TikToks and her Instas. She's not wearing anything but pajamas.
I remember at the end of camp, the list perfectly camp, I went to the event in my pajamas.
Yes, you did.
I had like a nice dinner and a party, and everybody came in dressed up, and I had on these bright orange jack-o'-lantern.
Yes, you did.
I like pajamas. I don't wear them out. Like I wear them to go walking in my neighborhood when we go for walks.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm going to a store, I put on what I refer to as my real clothes. But I say all this to say I like to shop online. My favorite place to source really is to buy out other resellers.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people reach out to me to buy out their clothing. I just got 250 pounds from Lori because she's
Yes, she did. I don't want to do clothes. I give up, and I'm moving to Tennessee in a few months. So there you go.
Yeah, she's moving across the country. So, and I've bought out my friend Jay, my friend Jenny. If you're interested in having me buy you out, just know that I only like to pay $1 or $2 an item because my thrift stores around here, all of them, Salvation Army, St. Vincent, and Goodwill, they all have 99-cent days.
Nice.
So
She's
I'm
spoiled.
not really willing, but if you want to get rid of everything all at once, I will buy you out.
You got to buy it at bulk rates. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
But that's I like when people are like, "Hey, Star, I'm getting out of clothes. I have 300 pounds, $300," and I'm like, "Yes." And now the shipping, we're good.
That's what we did. I just had her pay shipping, and she could have them all done.
Nice.
Send her a few little extra vintage jewelry stuff for her. So that was fun.
Yeah. I'm working my way through it. If you watch my channel every Friday, I have a new haul that I bring up here, and I'm always like, here's more from the 250 pound. It's going to be like 2 years.
And now you know why I gave it to you.
I don't have to leave the house. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm going to be, you guys are in California. Koko, where are you?
Central Florida.
Where at?
So you guys aren't going to be doing the Snowmageddon thing this weekend.
Oh, I'm so sorry, you guys.
Oh.
What was the question? My throat. I'm sorry.
No, I was wondering where you were at in Central Florida.
I am north of Orlando.
Okay.
So it's like 20 minutes, a little town, like close to Altamont Springs, around there.
Okay, got it.
How close are you guys, do you think, Dana?
Well, I was just in Orlando last weekend for the PodFest. I'm in Punta Gorda. It's by Fort Myers on the Gulf. And but I used to live in Ocala, which is Central Florida. So not too far from where you're at, probably.
I love those bins. Ocala.
In Ocala, right. Ocala does have good ones.
Yep.
I
There's
want to do the bins, but mine are in Sacramento, and I heard they're vicious up there. So I just don't want to risk my life.
Well, they're just disgusting here. I mean, we got our start there, and I always tell new resellers the bins is a good place to start because you can get a lot for very little money and do, just keep reinvesting in the business. You can start $20. But
Northport.
the ones in North Carolina at FlipCon were really nice. But listen, you want to stick your hand in everything that's wet. You don't know what the wet is, and diapers and needles and all kinds of stuff. And the homeless people live in the bins here. I'm just not.
Yeah, bring gloves.
Yeah,
that was the first thing somebody said to me.
It's a good place to start, but we got out of there as soon as we could buy off the rack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thrift rack, not the
Right.
not the real rack, the 99-cent rack. So, what's your favorite thing to source?
Ooh.
Odd. I like oddities is my favorite. I like weird stuff. I found a cow yesterday at Habitat. And so I've gotten really picky because I've got so much stuff. I'm a consignment seller. So I've got a lot of stuff that was just shipped to me. So I don't really need stuff. But we can't resist as we got to stop in the thrift store now and then. And I had to go to the bathroom. So
that's a good excuse.
Any reason to thrift and shop at source. Yes. Yes.
So, and I saw this little cow. So it's like I get more picky. So it's like, okay, we, zoom through there and all of a sudden this cow caught my eye and it's made of wax and it's really odd. And so I looked up something similar. It'll definitely be in the folk art category. It was, it's very old and we'll give it a try. So we'll see. Hopefully I'll get like $60 for it.
Heck yeah.
I paid $1.
God, I love those
like
profit
that.
margins.
Yeah.
I love those.
Was the question the favorite thing to source or sell? Because that's different.
That's true. Favorite things to source. I'm like Dana. I like something unique, something that catches your eye, and something that maybe somebody overlooked, at the back of the shelf or something's turned over. If I do thrift stores, when I'm online and there's pictures, I tend to, my favorite thing is art, and it's a double-edged sword because the art is usually pretty bulky. And for me to resell it is one thing. So I've decided that I've got to like the art for myself and I've got to display it in my house if I'm going to keep it to sell it. I got to make it worth it. But there are some really good buys on art that I have. I got a triangular piece of wall art. It looks like a big triangular bowl made by this artist in Arizona. And it's a $350. She sells it for about $350. I've got it up for about that. And I take offers on it, but I paid $1 for it because nobody else wanted it. It was insane. It was like, I love a good bargain too. So items of art are my favorite. As far as favorite thing to sell, the comic books and the stuff that just churns and just you can buy it and put it on in bulk, maybe multiples or something like that. Comic books and the trading cards right now have really got me going. And then catching high-end deals on jewelry, maybe vintage type stuff. Yeah, those are my money. That's my money right now. What about you, Koko?
My favorite thing to sell is plush. I love plush. Plush makes me so happy. I could literally, like when you go to the thrift stores, you know how you see a hot mess on the plush section and people like run away from it? I want to like dive in there. Like that's, I love that. And so plush makes me happy. But the other thing that I really love is vintage. I love vintage. Anything vintage, anything old, anything that people don't want anymore. Like I love that stuff. I love.
Did you say dead people don't want?
Old people.
Oh.
Yeah, dead people don't need them. They're gone.
Oh my goodness.
I don't judge whoever doesn't want it off. But yeah, so that's it. So plush and vintage and a little, you know, I like to sell a little bit of everything. Yeah. Anything that makes me money. So
there you go. Yeah. Vintage is
so my favorite thing to source is still plush, even though I'm getting out of plush.
Are you?
Yeah.
Want to buy some plush?
I mean, I'm not all together, but I'm not buying huge gaylords of it anymore or buying it in bulk like I used to. And our thrift stores, they're for the plush go for like $5 to $10 a piece anymore.
Wow.
And American Thrift Supply doesn't have them. So it's getting harder for me to source them. And I want this one whole wall of my garage, which is all plush. I want it. So I've been putting them like half off on Whatnot and stuff. But they're still my favorite to source because Koko knows they're cute and they're fun and they bring you joy and you can talk to them and sing to them. And if you do them on Whatnot, you can give them little voices and make little shows. And they're
makes them talk, you little bugger.
Just so
her voices are like, awesome.
I know.
They're just so cute. But I guess my favorite thing to actually sell is jewelry, especially on Etsy. Because even just a piece of costume jewelry, I can sell for like $40 on Etsy. And it's crazy.
Etsy's really great for jewelry. Really great.
So that's my best return on investment because I pay $6 a pound for my jewelry.
She gets good stuff too, guys. For anybody that's out there.
I do unboxings on Whatnot on Mondays if you want to come see my jewelry.
Now, I remember, speaking of good stuff, I remember Dana talking a couple of years ago that she gets her hands on some good rock and roll stuff. She's got some good connections of things. So if anybody's interested in that stuff, she's got some stories about rock and roll people and oh my God, t-shirts. Yeah. She's connected. She's connected.
Hey, I'm talking here.
Dana, what do you want to sell tonight?
So I think I'm a mafia person now.
Yeah, right.
We're talking here.
Which was rock and roll.
It was the gabagoo.
My boyfriend's from New Jersey, and he says things like, "You got the merchandise." Did you bring the merchandise? I can't even say it, but it's so.
Goodness, the emphasis is on the wrong syllable.
Funny story, real quick. Dana and I got stuck in an elevator together once.
I know this story.
What a bonding experience.
At the List Perfectly event
at camp.
Yeah.
At camp, we got stuck in the elevator, and Don Noble was with us. Yeah. Nolder. And oh gosh, what was the couple?
I don't remember who they were, but they were terrified.
Yeah, so terrified. Dana's trying to calm people down. Me and Don are laughing and making live TikToks. And
I'm texting for help.
Claire's on the outside. Hey guys, the fire department's coming. You'll be okay.
It was crazy.
It was only a 2-floor elevator, wasn't it? It was like not like they had to do a lot of floors to get to you.
Yeah. Now that you mention it, might have been 3.
Maybe 3. Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun little story that went around. Yeah.
Wow.
It was an adventure. That's probably why I don't go to events anymore.
Hmm.
Speaking of the next question, do you get to go to many meetups where you are live or on Zoom?
Oh,
Yes, I actually have a meetup in Seller Circle, they're called, in Punta Gorda. So Christy, who's close by, she lives in the next town. She lives in the same town my daughter lives in. So I'd love for you to come join our meetup. It's Seller Circle. I keep calling it a meetup.
That's so cool.
It's hard to get away from that. But yeah, in fact, some ladies were just talking to me yesterday saying, when are you going to get one together? So I'm definitely working on that to get a date in action. I think that they're very beneficial. You have one, don't you, Star? Don't you?
I do, and I'll talk about mine
Yeah,
too.
Okay.
I'm trying to find the link to yours.
Should be on Punta Gorda, or it's on Seller Circle.
I'm on the seller events. I got to find your page.
Should be there. I didn't.
Punta Gorda is 3 hours from me.
Yeah, I know.
it's a day trip.
There is one in Orlando and one in Tampa, though.
Yes.
Maybe I don't know how to spell Punta Gorda.
Punta Gorda.
P-O-N or P-U-N?
P-U. Punta. Like
Punta.
Point, period.
Yeah, I'm not finding it.
You're kidding. All
You
right.
can go in and find it. And then
I'll work on it.
You can go. No,
I told them that it was hard to find before, but I thought they fixed it. But carry on. I'll go look.
Okay. Lori?
I don't do as many meetups as I used to. I am involved with our group, with about 7 of us that Star helped us form a group, 10th in Maine, and we do that every week, every Friday. So it's kind of a meetup. And I used to do a lot more when I was learning on Liz Perfectly, going into the 24/7 room, even before it was 24/7, and to the events that they have there. Those were mostly my meetups, just because of things are going on in my life now. It's just, I don't like to drive as much and stuff. So I do a lot more on, it says live or Zoom. I think it's both, because our Friday thing is on Zoom and we do it live. So I do like the live meetups. I used to do the eBay ones when they do their conventions every year. Those are very helpful when you're first starting out and wanting to network and things. But when you get your business going and you get busy and maybe some life kicks in too, it's not as easy to do and to make time for. But yeah, live, it's usually on Zoom for me.
My last one, my first and last one was FlipCon. It was amazing. Oh my gosh.
I bet.
Oh my gosh. I don't know how to explain it, but once you're around other resellers and they love the same things you love and you're not crazy, oh my gosh, it's the best feeling.
Yeah.
So,
You're not the crazy person in the room, because you're all crazy about reselling.
yeah, so
I agree.
I definitely would love to go to more meetups and just I haven't done that since FlipCon. I haven't done any of that, but I would love to. I'm planning hopefully this year to go at least to one. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I think they're very important. So I want to make it at least happen once this year.
So I'm meetup out. I'm meetup outed. I'm over it. From 2018 through 2023, minus 2020. That year doesn't count, right? But all the other ones in there, I would go to 4, 5, 6 a year. I would go all the places, do all the things. I was a speaker at Boss. I was a speaker at Diane Lasan and Trisha's event. Wow. I traveled a lot, and I have anxiety when I travel and when I fly, and then it takes me like a month to become a normal person when I get home. And I always came back with COVID or Lyme disease or something. Oh, I got stuck in elevators. I had COVID 3 times. I had Lyme disease. I'm like,
no getting stuck in elevators when you're on Zoom.
But I would go to so many that I felt like I was never home, and I was in this constant, like, anxious I don't know. So I still decided in 2024 to take a break. And the way my life was so peaceful in 2024 and calm, I think I'm over it. I think I'm done. So in the meantime, I do run the seller circle here, and I go out twice a month locally with friends to thrift and for lunch. I host a virtual one once a month, and I do a lot on List Perfectly's listing parties. I do one once a month, once a month with my friend Crystal, and I do one every Wednesday, and I have an accountability group with the 10th of Maine girls, and we meet up all the time, and I do these shows with people. So I feel like even though I'm not doing the meetups and traveling anymore, I'm still getting a lot of social time and
Where's
interaction.
the one in Orlando?
Hmm?
Where's the one in Orlando? The meetup in Orlando. Dave.
You should be able to search it.
should be able to search
Lori and Philip. Philip has one in one part of Orlando, and Lori has one in another.
Not me.
So no.
I run it from California.
Lori Knowles.
Oh yeah, Lori Knowles. Yeah.
Let's see if I can. I'll
So,
try.
A great group of people out there. I know a lot of the people that go there. They are very nice people. Everybody in our business is so helpful. It's not dog eat dog like the rest of the businesses. That's what I love about it.
It depends on where you're hanging out.
Well, yeah.
Okay, there's some people in some groups that are very toxic.
Oh, that's too bad.
I would say the List Perfectly community is very positive and helpful. The Instagram community of resellers I love them. They're funny. They're supportive. They're always sharing information. My Facebook group is very positive. It's a good place to be. The boss group. Just surround yourself with good people. But what I was saying is you don't have to go places to be social. That was my point, my long-winded story. I don't go places anymore, but almost every single day, I'm in some kind of call or show with other resellers, talking, sharing ideas, learning, and having a good time. So
yep,
you can do it from home in your pajamas, guys.
It's so true. Well, I started doing selling in January of 2020. 3 months later, COVID hit, and it was just, I was like, what am I going to do? So I went and looking for a listing service, and it changed. I was going to plan on just doing eBay, and I only knew about Poshmark at that point. And I discovered that I could do as much networking for less money, like driving around cars or airplanes or whatever, by hitting up, with the List Perfectly groups and, using social media and stuff. But I just readapted, even though I'm 65 and I find myself very adaptable, but there are people who are my age and older doing this stuff that they find it so easy to do. But a lot of people who are not computer savvy wouldn't find it very easy, but it changed everything, especially with COVID. And it shifted my thinking to doing even more on the computer than I already do. I mean, I took my printer and sold it. I don't even print anymore. I take PDFs with a scanner on my phone. I'll upload it here and wherever it is. But the meetups are nice to do over a meal for me, just because it makes people relax a little bit more rather than having drinks and just being, let's have a meeting. So I also think I've found people to be more relaxed in these things because they are usually in their homes. And I feel like people open up a lot more because they feel safer. So meetups for me are the preferred Zoom format. Although it's nice to go out and shake a hand once in a while.
I need to know more where these meetups are. Like
I'm putting some links in. I'm finding Florida events.
I know that on List Perfectly, there are a few people like Boss meets up every so often. I can't remember how often they do. And you could probably ask a few people in your area, like closer to you, or you could start one yourself.
That's right.
I've been thinking about it.
You should. Yeah.
Even if it's just 2 or 3 people, or just you and one other person, people will come eventually as you do your networking and resourcing.
Maybe not. So I've had mine since we moved back to Pittsburgh, 2022 or 3. I don't know anymore. And I've got 2 or 3 people that show up consistently to lunch and thrifting. every month, and we've become very close friends. In fact, one of them, Karen, is one of the 10th of Maine girls now, and she sells with us live. But my virtual is where a lot of people show up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm starting to think that maybe just this area doesn't have a lot of. We've had people show up and never come back. I think we scare them. I think I scare them. I'm like, hi, do you read Stephen King? What's up? You like Halloween?
Oh my God. Well, you wear that shirt. Look at the shirt you're wearing. Hi. Want to resell?
I wear my eBay shirts to the meetups, but the virtual meetings, a lot of people come. And it might be what Lori was saying, what I was saying. Some people are just more comfortable not having to leave or go buy lunch. Maybe some people don't want to pay for lunch. Maybe they just want to hang out.
Yeah, they might be doing it part-time. I mean, if it was anything like me, I had to take on consignments when I first started, just because I wanted to see if I could do it. And I got so much stuff. I mean, consignment's a whole nother subject, right, Dana?
Yeah.
I mean, it's so easy to get things from people to sell and not have to put out any money. You put out your money later, but you've already sold items, so you aren't spending your own cash. But I went off on a tangent. I don't even know where I was talking anymore. All right. Star, you're contagious. What the heck? What the heck? Where do you store your inventory, Dana?
In my living room. No, I have a modular home that's 4-bedroom, and it's just me. So I have I don't have company or anything or anybody over. So I don't entertain. So it works out really well. And then I also have an Airbnb. If anybody wants to travel, if you come to my Airbnb, I will take you thrifting.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no charge. There we go. She'll beg you to go thrifting with her. That's what that is right there.
But otherwise, I've been thinking about actually getting a storage unit. I haven't made that leap yet because that means I'd have to be really organized, and I like just being in my little world here. But I think that a lot of people do go that angle. I've been thinking about it, but I don't think I'm ready to take that leap yet. What about you guys?
Well, I store mine in my shed in the backyard. And when we started this thing, I just wanted to figure out what was going on with my life. And I quit my last job because it was too stressful. And I sat for about 6 months trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And I came up with this. My parents used to be antique dealers. And so I wanted to do something similar to that because I enjoyed it with them. They used to do glass. And it was like they used to go to shows. And oh my God, that stuff was heavy. Yeah. So I wanted to make sure that we had a write-off for our house, and it was actually cheaper for me to do it from our house and take the write-off. I have made thousands of dollars in write-offs and cash back because of it. But I store it in my shed. I also store it in my office here. The smalls and the art and the really valuable stuff stay out here because anybody could break into that shed. But I have about 125 banker boxes out there in the shed that we had built. It was about $6,000 to build the shed. We were able to write that off over the years, so it was great. And I actually kind of took over half of the guest room. So it's kind of all over the place, but I'm reeling in. I sold just about anything. And so it was stored everywhere. But I've been narrowing down everything that's online into the shed to try to get more organization as I learn things. I learned I wanted to have an organizational system, and using the List Perfectly inventory and processing platform that they have really helps with that and keeping track of everything with the SKUs, and adapting to like the jewelry. I mean, I have here. This is how I keep my jewelry. I have the numbers, the last 4 numbers of the inventory numbers on here, and I have everything in a bag. And like, for instance, here's this one. And so I store them. My inventory is in bags for the jewelry just because I don't want to have to reshine the silver every 2 months. But I'm finding that since I put in a shelving system in a specific place was really helpful to get it out of my house. So I think if you can close a door in your house, it's great, but I couldn't because I had so much stuff in the room and it was disorganized. So shelving unit, shed, backyard.
Okay.
My inventory has taken over my mother's house, and I feel horrible. So
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I actually do, because she actually is doing reselling as well, on the side, like a hobby that she loves, and she's really good at it too.
Oh,
But like, I feel like mine has taken over the house. So I decided this month, I took a storage unit. So my inventory is gonna have to go there until I'm organized again, and then maybe I can come back in the garage. But until then, I need to take all my crap over there, away from the house, so she can have her house back.
but how generous of her to share.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
So-
nice as long as it isn't too far away from you. The storage rooms are great. You know, I thought
It's
about doing
10
that, but
10-minute
yeah.
drive. Yeah,
That's not
10-minute
bad.
drive.
Star doesn't
long-
want to go
I've-
10 minutes.
I've long said if my business grows so much that I need an employee or a second location, I'm scaling down.
Yeah.
I'm scaling back. Now, that being said, I am fortunate enough to live up in the Northeast where your entire first floor is your basement.
I know. I wish we had a basement in Florida.
Yeah, it's a garage / basement, and then the whole back room is a laundry room, but it's the whole first floor. Our living room and kitchen is actually on the second floor.
Nice.
And then the bedrooms and bathrooms are on a third floor. So when you come in the front door, you can go into the garage or upstairs. So our basement / garage is the same size as the whole house.
Perfect.
But I'm still running out of room because those plush are fat hogs. they're doing their big activities. They're big.
I think I'm up to 500 plushies right now, and I think that's. I need to.
I had 2,000 in my heyday.
Wow. You know, Star, you should
I
get
not do that to my parents.
get one of those beanbag covers I see advertised on Temu, and then you fill them with stuffed animals.
Oh
And
my gosh.
I could do it with all my hippos and sit in it for my shows.
Oh my gosh. They bounce back into form. It's perfect.
Yeah.
All right, we have a really good question here.
Yes.
What is it?
Hi. Are you Nope, not hi. It says how.
Hello.
Boy.
Okay. It's been a long year already. It's been a long year, okay?
What the heck are you drinking, girl? Wow.
Just water.
Oh, okay. What's in the water? What'd you put in the water?
Nothing. You
All
could
right.
drive me to it. Anyway, how are you balancing all of your other platforms with Whatnot? We, as in Jack's Treasures, are full-time Whatnot and have a decent eBay business, but finding the time to think about cross-listing never seems to happen. LOL.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really
No, it is challenging. It is challenging to balance everything with Whatnot. I've kind of backed off from Whatnot because the items that I had, I was killing it for a while on Whatnot. And then I got into the clothing, and then the clothing just wasn't working for me on Whatnot. So I've been trying different things, but I keep everything pretty well balanced. I find it pretty easy I sell on Mercari. A lot of the clothes that I have are high end. I've sold quite a few on Vestiaire Collective. Lately, my sales have been really good on Etsy, and more than Poshmark and eBay. I've been doing more on Etsy. So I don't have any problem juggling it all. I don't use List Perfectly. I don't use any cross-listing site anymore. And I've been doing just fine balancing it all. So easy on, easy off for me.
I think the cross-listing part of it comes if you want to put one item on several sites, obviously. And whatever service you use, you do have to turn it into a process. And I'm not gonna go into that too much, because I know that Star has a really good system. She's so good about this. As far as the balancing with other platforms on Whatnot, here's what I did when I decided to do Whatnot. okay, so I get something in. Here's my process, and this might help you with that. I bring it in and put it on Whatnot for 75% off. I price everything. I research everything I do because I didn't know a lot at first, and I just do it automatically now because I wanted to learn about the different
But interject
categories.
here. She has
Mm.
jewelry that's worth $4,000. So
I do.
75% off for her is like,
Yeah,
okay.
that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Honestly.
I have way too much. And actually the good thing about Whatnot is I source off of there from a couple jewelry dealers, and I got it at like $25, and it turns out, the person I buy it from, he just goes through this stuff really
Yeah.
fast, and he doesn't care. He wants to help people do this stuff. So balancing with Whatnot is a good thing because people want to give you bargains. They want a quick flip. And that's my first step in balancing with the platforms is the quick flip. Come in and get it done and just make a small margin. Bang, bang, bang. Anything that's left goes on the platforms. And then that goes on, and I don't discount that any more than the first Whatnot is 75% off on the first blush. And then on the platforms, I will take offers up to 50% off. I will never go lower than 50. And I tell people on Whatnot that I will not go, you better get it now because this is going to go on. It'll be more expensive for you if you get it on eBay or wherever at 50% off at most. Yeah. And then when that stuff sits for a while, and I have yet to do this, but when I come back and I want to get rid of stuff and cycle it out of my system, I go in and I go, it's 90% off. We're clearing the stuff out. I need to get rid of this stuff. Some stuff I'll leave on for years. Other stuff I just want to move, like clothes and other stuff like that. Even the plushes you can move fast like that. But if you do it, I'm sure there's some math to be done there with how long you should leave it on or whatnot. But that's how I balance my things there. And then I also think about like for Etsy. There's a lot of jewelry I could put on there, but I'd have to put, when it's not vintage, you have to put who's on there, who did it and how did you come by it. And it's a little bit more tedious. So I just put all my vintage stuff. Everything vintage goes on Etsy, and I mark it up for additional promotions on Etsy. And I put postcards on there. My postcards. I got some really good postcards from some clients recently. And so I balance my other platforms. For instance, everything goes on eBay, the vintage goes on Whatnot. And then I figure out Mercari only goes up to 2,000. So I have to take some of my jewelry off of there, that can't do it. So whatever they do best on each platform, that's what I try to key off of and utilize the most of.
With me, you guys are so professional. So what I do, so I used to sell a lot of plush on Whatnot, and I don't know, this year has not been as good as other years. So that's when I decided to go back and cross list on other platforms, because I was selling a lot on Whatnot, and I was happy with what I was making. You always want to make more, but so I started cross-listing this year, and little by little I'm getting it done. But it's hard balancing because it's a lot of work, and but it's not impossible. It's just you just got to do it. I just got to make the effort to do it. So that's where I'm at right now, because I don't have an inventory system anymore. I used to, and then when I completely switched to plushies, then I didn't do an inventory because I had my beautiful setup and I could see all my plushies. But then because I wanted to give my son his room, I had to move everything upstairs, and all hell broke loose. So now I have to do the inventory and all that good stuff. So that's where I'm at right now, and it's a lot of stress, but it's okay. I can do it. So that's where I'm at. Good question.
I'm sure anybody that knows anything about me knows what I'm about to say.
List perfectly.
That too, but routines.
Yes.
Routines. I list actively, including Whatnot. I have a lot of static listings over there. I list actively on 6 platforms a day. And I get up at 7:15 a.m. and by 10 a.m., I've already done all my shipping and all my listing for the day. If you have good processes in place and you have routines and you build yourself Banks, it's very easy. So all that listing I'm doing in the morning, the stuff is already ready to go on List Perfectly. If you don't use List Perfectly, there's other ways to build banks. And you're just moving it. And then in the afternoon, you can build extra listings for the bank, or you could take extra photos. But the two most important things you're ever going to do as reseller is ship and list. So I do those first thing in the morning, and it takes a couple of hours, but we have really good routines. I cannot stress that enough. That is like the cornerstone of my YouTube channel, is teaching people how to have good routines. So the balance is just having those good processes in place and time blocking all the things. And I guess I should also add that I'm not full-time on Whatnot, and Whatnot is not a priority to me. It is a relatively new thing I've added since Black Friday. I do like 2 shows a week, and I will move them and cancel them if I have to. My priority is Whatnot and Depop aren't even really priorities for static. It's the main 4: eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Etsy. Those are my babies. But I also list on Instagram and move stuff to Pinterest and Facebook every morning in that time block. That's why Lori says she's the best at it. It's just setting yourself up for success and knowing I do this and then I do this, and getting yourself into a routine.
Yeah, it's just like running a business in an office. When I used to work in offices, I was in legal for 10 years, and it was all about routines, because you had to have follow-ups and reminders and set your reminders and processes and stuff, because that's what that industry is. And it proves out all the time that if you have a goal, you have to make a plan and then work the plan, and then you reach your goal and you move on from that. I've heard Dana talk about that many times over the years.
We had another one before that.
Oh yeah. And just on that last question about balancing the other platforms, you touched on this with the static listings on Whatnot. That's another good way to balance out with the cross posting. If you are full-time on Whatnot, upload your listings, and then through the whatever program you do, List Perfectly has it on it now, and I love it. It's so much easier rather than doing the old spreadsheet way. And having those available on Whatnot in your static listings, you can then bring them into your shows when you're doing live shows, and you can put them on like multiples. I've seen several sellers do this now with like they have maybe hundreds of something, and they'll go flash sale. The flash sale is a great tool on there. And if you have it on all of them, the delisting tool on LP, I know I love LP, but it delists it automatically for you on Whatnot as well. So you can cross post in a short period of time across other platforms, 1, 2, or 3, or 4, however many you want. But you can also have it static on Whatnot and have it work for your auction shows and your live shows as well, not just for the flash sale, but for other stuff. So
I had to put that plug in there. All right, if you want to try LP, you can get 30% off your first month with code Flippin' Hippos. I wouldn't have an affiliate if I didn't swear by it. I've been using it since 2019, and I do everything with it. So it's how I have work-life balance, which is not the next question. I skipped Karen. I'm so sorry. Karen's my friend that comes to my seller circles, and like we're good friends. I'm so sorry.
She's so good with the questions. She's so good with the questions.
What sells best on Etsy?
Well, Karen, it's nice to see you. Karen and I go way back.
Oh my gosh.
Way back. The most recent thing I sold just yesterday, I shipped it today, was a Queen. It was a Calypso Queen of the World vinyl LP record. And
Wow.
Yeah, I got it for $1. I sold it for $65. That was something I picked up.
Nice.
And then I've been selling Disney pins. Been doing very well. Now I've tried selling them on Whatnot, and I didn't have very good luck with those on Whatnot. I sold some Disney stuff on Whatnot, but I had a Disney collector bring me a bunch of stuff on consignment, but they're very high-end pins. They're not just the cheap ones. So the one just sold on Etsy for $86. And yeah, so I've been selling things like that on Etsy. Etsy is all over the place though. I recently sold a large tin Again, I picked it up at a garage sale for $1, and I sold it for $64. And it was a vintage Schmidt German tin from Germany that had crackers or something in it, but it had a really cool design, and that's what caught my eye. So that's why, and I picked up the record album because it caught my eye because it was Calypso. Otherwise, I don't usually pick up record albums, but things like we mentioned earlier that catch my eye. So the odd stuff has been selling on Etsy. I've sold a few books. I sold a military book recently. So yeah, it's more than just jewelry.
Oh yeah, new or vintage or whatever. Yeah, definitely. That vintage, in the last couple of years, Etsy's really upped their vintage game. When I started on Etsy with my own personal stuff, jewelry that I made, and it was just like sitting there. This was before 2020, and I went back on it and discovered they had the vintage stuff. So my vintage stuff sells pretty well on there, and I'm talking postcards. Postcards are the linen postcards, especially historic ones, and even the ones that are. I don't have too many ratty ones because these people were really good about keeping them, but even the ratty ones still sell real well for good money. I put each of them up for at least $8, and I'm getting good money on that.
What are you saying, ratty?
Ratty.
What are ratty?
Like rubbed corners.
Oh,
just folded.
I'm thinking rats. Like what?
The rat's cute on them is what she's saying.
It's cute scallop edging that they chew on for me. It's a custom design.
Custom rat made. She has some ratatouilles.
Is that like a proper term in the postcard industry?
No, it's not. It's something my family uses. The term my family uses. Oh, it's so ratty. Oh my god.
No, they use that
tattered.
in the book community too. They say ratty about books.
Do they? Oh, I never didn't even know that. I was in the book industry. It's like, wow.
I'm saying the book talk. Okay, the girlies on TikTok.
Oh, I got it.
I'm not saying it's industry, but us cool kids on TikTok.
Yes.
So ratty.
So ratty.
My books are ratty, but it's signed, so I have to keep it.
Yes, they're well read.
Anyway, back on track.
What else sells well on Etsy? My comic books, I sell more of those on eBay than Etsy, so it's not them. Those are my two big concentration ones. Vintage, I want to say dolls, but they are what's the name of it? They're like the handmade, hand-painted dolls. Like felted dolls, vintage stuff. I can't remember the name of them right now, but yeah, that kind of stuff seems to do well on there.
Those are mousy.
I have seen those velvet mouses.
You see, this is what happens when we get together. This is exactly what happens. And alcohol is not involved yet, so I'm buyer beware if you come to my house for drinks. What else? Well, the jewelry, because it's vintage jewelry, I do okay on that. So for me, it's probably the postcards, and the jewelry, just because I do only vintage on there. As far as the other stuff, the makers and stuff, I'm not sure. Have you guys had any luck with designers or artisan or anything like that?
I've never sold on Etsy. I'm interested though, but I always heard horror stories about fees and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to try it. I think I can sell all my cute vintage stuff that I have there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can sell plushies, but for sure, vintage. You can sell plushies there,
Mm-hmm.
even if they're not vintage.
Vintage, but 2007 is considered vintage.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Okay. I mean, I know the 80s was last week, and we all feel old.
Oh, you have no idea, girl. You don't even know.
But
you're born in the 80s.
I was not. I was born in the 70s.
You old. Sorry, Koko.
Hey, I am 1987. Okay.
Ah, she's a baby.
I'm open.
Wow.
But yeah, no, I think you're right about the plushies. I mean, anything cute seems to.
Yeah. So my best sellers on Etsy is jewelry. Obviously, it sells the highest volume as well as the highest prices. But my vintage plush do very well there, and most of them sell overseas. And this is the surprising part. Someone overseas wants a Minnie Mouse. They'll pay $20 for the Minnie Mouse and then $40 to ship it.
Holy moly.
They're wild. They love the Americana and the Disney plush overseas. And Etsy's international shipping is so easy. You just click a button that says, nope, it's not free and they're paying. And when you go to print your label, they give you the little code to put in. It's not as easy as eBay's, but it's super easy. And
but you still don't have to fill out all the forms and stuff like we used to.
Right.
It's almost as easy as global shipping. So the plush do really well over there, and the amount they pay for shipping blows my mind because I would never want a Minnie Mouse that bad. But but my jewelry, oh my gosh, I think we started doing shipping Monday night because it was a 3-day weekend, and I already had like an IKEA bag. What I ship my jewelry in, so that'll give you an idea.
Yeah.
IKEA bag full of these on all the platforms. Most of it was Etsy. Woke up Tuesday morning and there were another dozen. That it just does really well. I can't get this close. So yeah, but that's mostly what I list over there. Like for every 1 or 2 vintage pieces I happen to find or get in a wholesale, I've got 500 pieces of vintage costume jewelry.
Yeah.
Because I buy it 15 pounds at a time.
Wow.
Let's go up here and get this question.
Yeah, the thing, Koko, by the way, the thing about Etsy with the fees is you do pay, I think I'm at 25 cents per listing. You do pay up front, but that's
20 cents.
20 cents, is it 20?
Yeah.
That does stay for a while. So you've, when I figured that out, I blew $500 on stuff that I didn't really, it was like maybe $1 or $2. And it's like, why would I do that? So you've got to, figure. That's why I've decided to put my vintage over there, because it was worth it financially to put the money up front on the fees to do that.
And it comes out to 5 cents a month.
Oh yeah, because they don't charge you for a few months. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the fees are comparable to Whatnot. It's like right at 10 to 11%.
Yep. It seems like a lot up front because it's up front all at once, but it's really not.
No, and then once you've been on there for a while and it rolls, I like the way they pay out. I know some people don't because it can be confusing. But let's say your payouts are Monday. So after they pay you out Monday, the rest of the week, they keep a tally of what you're listing and what's being relisted and what you owe them. And then they add your sales to that. And then they subtract and then they add your sales for the whole week. So come the next Monday morning, if you made more money than you spent, you're getting a payment. And if you didn't, you're paying them.
Right.
But once you're rolling, you're getting your money every week.
And that's the way I have it set up on eBay too. I have daily payouts and it offsets, and I tell it just to take it out of my stuff.
Yeah, it works
my balance.
Yeah.
That way I don't have to do the accounting on my end, so to speak.
Yeah, I do the cash accrual for taxes as easy as possible. He's an accountant, but he gives me spreadsheets and says, fill these in and I'll do the rest.
Oh my God. I love spreadsheets, but no, this fill me in now. It's got to be seamless.
Okay, do you feel, this is my other cornerstone, by the way, routines and work-life balance are the two things that I talk about and really implore everyone to do. Do you feel like you have a good work-life balance now that you've been doing this for so many years?
Well, I feel that I do, because I will drop everything if my daughter calls and they need a babysitter, and if something comes up. I've gotten involved with some other little side hustles that kind of blend into my lifestyle. So I've been able to go out. I became a notary, and so I've been doing notary work, and it comes up. In fact, just before the show, I got a call to do a notary job tomorrow, and you get paid $90 to go just quickly go do that. And so I did one the other day. I got paid $200. So, I like it because it blends in. If you've ever been thinking about doing notary work, and it's easy to just say, oh, here's a job, I'm going to run and go do it. And it gets me out of the house a bit. And I like being able to, of course, we're all entrepreneurs, but I like having side hustles, and I like being my own boss. And I like a lot going on where I'm okay with not having structure. I know Star was talking about, structure and all that. But I personally, I like having a lot going on. It's like, oh yeah, I can go do this. Yeah, let me go do that. And it's just the way that I go, but not, it doesn't work for everybody. So I think that over the years, that's how I've always been. When my kids were little, I loved it where that's why I loved eBay so much, because I could get involved with every single thing in their life. And sometimes, yeah, I'd have to work all night on listing and doing that kind of thing. I just did a podcast the other day and said how my son came home from school one day and he was like, Mom, are you still on this computer? And I was like, yeah. And he said, you have no friends, Mom. You need to get out in the world. You have no friends. And I said, I have 10,000 friends on MySpace.
That's right. Right.
And they're not your friend, Mom. but so, I think that it's doable.
No, I agree. I'm somewhere in between what Dana's doing and what Star's doing. I don't know Koko enough to say what she's doing, but I started out in super processes, probably stricter than Star, because I came from an office environment and was driven that way. And I got out of that mindset after a while because it was really stressing me out, and I didn't like being stressed out like I was in my regular jobs. That's not what I wanted when I started doing this. And so I found myself adjusting over the next year or so how I wanted to do my job. I knew that I had to be regular with it. And to some extent, that's fine. So I got into the regular posting, but I was able to then let go of some of that when life comes along and throws something in the way, and just go and do that.
Yeah.
And then I loosened my my worry bone and decided that I wasn't going to worry about it so much, because now I'm able to do this as a write-off, so I don't have to meet a monetary mark every month. So that's what's different for me. I'm not sustaining. But if I was, I would go back to that stuff. But I'm able to have my husband do his job, and I'm able to do this for a write-off. So as long as I'm making an honest effort and I'm enjoying myself, especially at this age, we're headed towards retirement. That's what I'm looking for. So the life balance has changed over the last couple of years to be less structured, but still diligent and responsible, because I do need to keep things going and ship things on time and things like that. But when I don't sell too much, I don't worry about it right now, just because of the circumstance I'm in. So for me, the work-life balance was more important to be more casual than it was structured and self-sustaining. So yes, I have a good work-life balance.
Yeah.
Casual.
Well, I don't have it figured out at all. I have two little ones, a year-old and a almost 5-year-old. So I'm still trying to figure out work-life balance between reselling and them, because I pay more. I want to be more with them and make sure they're okay, and
Right.
spend time with them instead of reselling. So I'm still working on balancing work and life. So
How old are they?
They're 1 and 5.
Oh, wow.
That's a lot of attention.
Wow.
See, you're at the other end of the spectrum. I'm at the back end of it, where I'm looking to be more relaxed. You're having to be very stressed and balance that work-life balance.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And things will get thrown at you in the middle of the day.
But you know what helps that? Routines.
Routines.
That's right. That's right. She will need a routine.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to preface what I'm about to say with the fact that if you're new and you're building your business, you will not have work-life balance until you get it built to where you need to be. Mm-hmm. Especially if this is going to become your full-time job. I got hurt and I had no choice. It was sink or swim. Mm-hmm. And so he worked a full-time job and did this full-time. And I did this 12 hours a day, 7 days a week for like the first year. And then we went into maintain mode, which is the time blocks and the routine and the schedules I have now. Yep. But if you are building a business for yourself, you will work more hours and harder than you ever worked for anyone else. But once you get to where you want to be, that's right, then you can back off and go into that maintain mode. Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you, I have boundaries now. I don't work weekends. I don't work evenings. Now I do.
Hello.
Yeah.
You have your fingers and your toes crossed? What the heck?
Well, 2026 is a bit different because there's some things that I need to do in the evenings now.
Right.
So I've realigned those boundaries. So I will not work weekends, and I work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday evenings now between all my shows and everything. But Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I stop work at 3 and I read till 5 and I take a 2-hour break and then I do dinner and go back to work. So I've rebalanced it out.
I think that's necessary in this particular business, especially that you have to reassess and adjust periodically.
You do. I readjust all the time and change. I added whatnot. I do this. But I always make sure that I'm working the same amount of hours. So if I add an evening, I take away an afternoon so that I still have that balance and that time for myself. I'm an empty nester, so I'm a very selfish person with my free time. And I read over 100 books a year. That's one of my biggest priorities. I don't watch a lot of TV. I don't watch a lot of movies. I read. In fact, if we're having this huge storm come, I had to go to the store tonight. The girl, oh my goodness, I was in line 20 minutes and I had my Kindle out in the grocery store line in the cart when the line would go up. I mean, I read everywhere. It's my priority. But if I didn't have that, I would not be sane. And that is why work-life balance is important. Whatever it is to you. I know Dana goes on a lot of cruises. I have friends who love their TV shows and their movies. Whatever it is for you, you need to do that for yourself. You cannot work if all you do is work, you will not work well.
That's so true.
I've always said that you have to reward yourself. So you have to live. I live for rewards. So it's like, okay, I've earned this. I've done this. So I can go get, even if it's go get my nails done or go get a massage or, go get a chocolate bar or whatever.
Yeah.
But you got to reward yourself in some way as you're going along. And it's hard. I can relate with having little ones trying to do it. I remember one time I even got to the point where I took some painter's tape and I made a big square in the living room near the TV and said, when mommy goes in this square, she's in her job. She's in work. So don't talk to me. Don't bother me when I go in this square. And then I'd step out of the square, go, what do you want? And step in the square.
They leave little notes along the tape.
Yeah.
When you come out. That's awesome. Well, it's important for that balance, not only for yourself, but for your spouses or spices or whatever the plural of that is. I have actually learned through Star, I try not to work weekends anymore because I saw the effect that it had on her and how much it made her relax and stuff. So I try not to do that now. And I will actually I took my husband and, okay, I don't know if I can say this. No, I'm kidding. I didn't do anything to him. I make him sit down for half an hour after work and de-stress.
Listen, if I have to be interviewed on Dateline, I'm not saying you leave the room. You'd never put up the room, lady.
Talk to the lady with the murderers on the shirt. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, no. What I did to him is private. It will remain private. But no, we both sit down, and it's actually good for me after I've been doing what I have to do during the day. I actually enjoy sitting with it. It forces me to do it because I have to do it for him. I have found that it's beneficial for me. So even if you come out of that square or you stop doing what you're doing or you stop on just stop for a little bit, at least 20 minutes.
Go for a walk on your lunch. Go outside.
Get out of the house.
Yeah, go for a walk. Breathe in the air. We have a very strict rule about dinner time. It's just us. We're empty nesters. But we have family dinner, just me and him. We sit down at the table. Sometimes we'll put a show on because I have misophonia where I can't hear people chew. It makes me irrationally angry. It's an actual thing. I'm not making this up.
I've been abused by you for that, scolded by you for that. Yes.
It's called misophonia. I'm going to type it out. Y'all can look it up. But it's people who can't handle noises. So sometimes I have the shows on, but most of the time we just sit and talk. That's even the evenings I work, I'm like, after I eat, we'll watch a show together and then I got to go back to work. But we make that time together and we watch a movie together every Saturday. So I say all this to say, make time for just yourself, to read a book, watch a show, go for a walk, make room for your partner, make room for your children, your friends, and most importantly, because I like them best, the animals, your pets.
Oh my God, Chandler.
I have a little lamb named Chandler and he's just precious.
She shares him with us whenever we get together on 10th and Main. We make her, when she goes downstairs to eat, we make her stop. She feeds him too. Oh my God, dogs!
So cute.
Now I think Dana, you have cats, don't you?
Yes.
I love cats. I
Yeah.
can't have them because Kurt's allergic, but
I have one now.
love them.
I have
One?
now.
Yeah.
Aw.
Oh, I love how they just curl up on your lap.
Yeah.
This is my Chandler.
That is
He wears
beautiful
glasses.
fur.
Do you see his glasses? He's a nerd.
Oh my gosh. Of course he is. He's a book reader. He needs glasses.
He has a
It's
little
so
white.
cute.
But yeah, he's named after Chandler from Friends.
Yes. We change his name periodically. Chadler, Chadman,
Chenandler Wong.
Chenandler.
All right.
Yeah.
Next question.
Ma'am.
Do you now or have you participated in outdoor shows or markets?
Well, before eBay, yeah, I used to do the flea markets and toy shows and all of that stuff in the Chicago area and where I used to live. And I'd haul all my stuff from in my mom van, in the flea market and load and unload and load and unload. And one day somebody told me about eBay and I never did it again, but it's a hassle.
Yeah.
And it's a hassle doing all that. So that's why I prefer not to do that anymore. It's so much work to sit at a show and you could be doing so much more online. So personally, I'm not into that kind of thing, but I know a lot of people do enjoy it.
I don't do it myself anymore like you. I think it's a bit tedious. Like I said, my parents used to sell cut glass and Steuben and all this stuff, and it was just turned me off completely to it. However, while I don't do it, I know the people that buy storage rooms often do those things as the last way to get rid of stuff, to sell, and then they give it away. For instance, the gal that's selling our house for us to move to Tennessee is Jana, and she and her husband are locker nuts, and they have a process that they go through, and they're doing whatnot and the storage buys and all that stuff. And Jack goes, when everything's done, he goes and takes the last bit of it to the flea markets in like Stockton or Alameda, wherever he thinks is appropriate, depending on the type of items that he has. And he'll do like garage sale type things, making deals, money and stuff. Then he'll discount everything's half off, and then he'll say everything's free. And most of the times he leaves with nothing. So there is a reason to still do them, I think. If you're a reseller like us, or if you're, cooking food or whatever, you have a food truck, you go to those places. But for resellers, that's pretty much the only reason I can think of that I would ever do anything like that if I were to do storage rooms. I threatened to do this when I started, and then I got old and I said no. So that's the other thing. If I were younger, if I were 10 years younger, if I was like in my 50s, I would definitely still do flea markets with that same method like Jack's doing.
So I did my first vendor's booth last weekend.
Okay.
That was a pretty interesting experience. Will I do it again? Maybe. But Colin's on the move. She went with me on Saturday, and it was quite the experience hauling everything up to the second floor and no elevators. So that was a lot.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Thank God you're young. Use the kids.
Yeah. And then on Sunday it was outdoor, and we, after setting up and everything and a couple sales, we got rained on. So everything got wet, they got soaked as we were getting everything in the car.
Wow.
So that was an experience.
Yes.
But I want to try it one more time and see how it is. But I definitely, like Lori says, I definitely want to try flea markets just because of the amount of stuff that I have. And I think I just want to give it a try and see how that goes. But yeah, I don't want to write that off. I think I'm kind of interested in flea market and see how I do it. If not, if I like it, awesome. And if I don't, it's okay. At least I tried it.
It is a good way to make money. I liked it when I was younger, and
the hustle of it was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, I looked at a few that are close to me and the prices and locations and stuff. So I might try it rather sooner than later, or however you say it. I'm gonna do it soon.
And you get cash
Yeah.
in hand. You leave there with cash. So
Yeah.
that's
true.
yeah.
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 So my answer is no, and I am writing it off, and that's all I'm saying.
See,
I'm
now,
disabled, and my partner has made it very clear he does not like reselling. He left me the business and went to get a job. He's not going to want to take his weekend. I'm not going to want to. My weekends are sacred, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just in a position. I've set myself up so that I can be a hermit and be successful. Everything I do, from how I source to everything.
Yeah.
I literally could go live in a swamp somewhere as long as the postman will come get my packages and Amazon will deliver my food. I'm good.
I swear I don't go into the restaurants anymore or the stores. I have everything delivered. It's really ridiculous.
Yeah, and I'm sure the FedEx, the UPS, and the Walmart delivery people hate me because it's every day. I have packages every day because I buy everything. I go to this one little grocery store once a week for like produce, right?
Yeah.
It's every day we have every day. They hate me.
Our neighbor used to get stuff every day because they would work from home. One of them part-time working from home and part-time in the office, but the other guy was full-time in house, and they would have things. Not only did they order things all the time, but for themselves personally, but their work would have documents delivered to them or some tapes, whatever it was. And I would have Amazon and UPS stopping all the time. Meanwhile, I'm waiting for my packages going, oh, is that for me? Oh, is that for me? I would constantly get interrupted because of their delivery. So I feel for your neighbors if they're expecting packages.
I didn't mention my US. Nope, the postal. My mailman.
USPS.
He does not hate me. Hunter is awesome. I tipped him $40 at Christmas. He gave me a thank you card. He's just the cutest little thing. He comes out in 8 degrees. He comes out in 100 degrees.
Dang.
And he parks his truck at the end of the driveway, and he takes my IKEA bags over there, scans everything in, and brings the IKEA bags back. So he does get treats and tips and things.
Wow.
He doesn't hate me, but I'm sure the Walmart people are like, this bitch just did this yesterday. God. You couldn't have ordered it all together? No, ma'am. Yesterday I needed toothpaste, and today I needed hairspray, okay?
I can't control when they ship it. I mean, good God.
Oh, that's so funny.
I placed one order and got it over a week. Yeah, sure.
All right, the next question I think only Dana can really answer.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. How do you get certified to be a notary, and the best way to get jobs? So it's intense online learning, but anybody can do it. And you just go to nationalnotary.org and you can learn all about it for your state, whatever state you're from. And you go through the training right directly on the site. And it's a minimal fee. And then you can take it up. You go through that training. You can be a basic notary just to do your local, like I do a lot of work at the nursing homes, and those are pretty basic, but you can take it up a notch and do loans and bigger documents, loan documents, and then you get more money. You get paid more when you can do those, but that you have to get certified and go through more training to become that. But it's worth it. I really enjoy doing it. And then I just took it up to the next level and I became an online notary. So that one, the state of Florida allows that. It just depends what state you're in. So now I can notarize any document anywhere in the world, actually, and through an online company. So I just log into there, like we'd log in there, and then you'd have to show me your ID and all that fun stuff. So, but once you get set up, just start watching YouTube. That's what I did. I just started watching YouTube, and then it leads to more and more opportunities to find work, because you get on these sites and they're free. You just join the sites. You don't have to pay. There's lots of sites out there. Like I get text messages for jobs, And then I'll get a text message saying, oh, here's a Punta Gorda notary. And then, yes, I'm available. So you say that you're available or you're not available. So you don't have to do them. And then sometimes they'll say, oh, well, sorry, you missed that one, but because you're not a member, you should have paid us $40. So don't fall for that. Don't fall for those. There's a lot of scams out there too. They try to trick you, but the National Notaries Association, that's trustworthy.
Wow.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I might look into that, especially I'm going to see if I can do it online, because then I can do stuff from home.
I know. That's right. That's right.
Instead of going out. All right. What do you like to do for fun and or relaxing?
Going cruises.
She does. And we get to see the pictures too.
I love vacations. I love cruising. My next one is all inclusive Margaritaville in Cancun. So I can't wait. That's in May for my birthday. So I'll be going there. But I just did 2 cruises in December, back to back on the same ship. So, but I live for that. It's like, that's what keeps me going. So I'm like, okay, I have this coming up. That's my reward. So fun and relaxing, other than being with my grandkids. And that's the ultimate. I have 5 now. And the oldest is 6 and the youngest will be 2. Well, 3. They'll be 3. But and one of my 6-year-olds and I just wrote a book together. So I'm really, really excited about it. So I love
that.
Yeah. So that's really, it was her idea. So that's the other cool thing about it. So I can't wait to figure out how to publish this book. I don't know book publishing. So it's another learning curve I got to get on, but
another adventure. I love
it.
Wow. For me, fun and relaxing. Kurt and I love to go to drag races. We just love doing drag races. We used to do Sonoma, Napa, but it got to be so hard to get in and out of there because of just 2-lane roads. But we usually we've been to Nevada down in Vegas. We've been to Pomona, because we like the Pomona because it's where it starts and where it ends every year. So again, you get to go into the pits and talk with the drivers and see how they do everything, and that's fun. We also bought into a timeshare. I know people go, ooh, timeshares, but they've changed a lot. Most of them have changed now to a point system, and the one that we're in just got bought out by Hilton, and Blue Green Vacations. And so we're able to go to a lot of places. There's one in Arizona in Peoria that we like. It's like a resort, and they have a pool, they have games, they have activities, they have all sorts of discounts around. It's a real gorgeous place. And so you can buy them with points. You get so many points that you buy into, and you can go anywhere. We have a trip planned. Star and a few of the 10th and Maine and other girls we're going to go, after we move to Tennessee, we're going to go to up near Dolly Parton's. There's another Cedar Lodge. We're going to do that. So I share with my friends, and I like to do that. And then I think if I could organize something, I'm really happy. I think give me something to organize, make piles. I think that's fun.
Yeah.
Just for fun. What about you, Koko?
Good question. What do I like to do for fun or relaxing? So, I like to watch movies and TV shows alone with no kids around me in my room. That doesn't happen a lot.
That would be relaxing, wouldn't it? No interruptions.
Yeah. So, but when it happens, it's amazing. So mostly like, when they are with their dad, I should have those days for fun and relaxing, but that's when I get the work. Like that's when I get a lot of work done more when they're around.
But now that you're going to do processes, you're going to block out time for yourself.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm.
So work. I'm balancing a little bit.
Good.
Working on it. I
Yeah.
used to do a lot of Zumba dancing, and I used to teach. So I used to love that, and I hope that I can do that one day again because I love dancing.
Yeah, it's fun.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So
Music will
movies.
get you motivated too for other stuff.
Yes,
Oh, I love
absolutely.
music. Oh, music is my life. If I could sing and dance instead of walk and talk, probably.
But you can just do it.
She wants to be in a permanent musical.
Yeah.
Disney princess.
Coco's life. Coco loves life's musical.
Coco looks like musical. You could sing to your plush.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, so do I. So everyone knows I love to read.
Mm.
That's my number one since I was a kid. I used to get yelled at in the middle of the night because I'd have a flashlight, and my dad would tell me to put the book down at dinner. And my friends send me Lego sets of books.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, Jay sent me this. Isn't it cute?
Oh.
Yeah.
But reading is my number one love and joy and priority. However, I am not one-dimensional. I also like to play video games with Keith. I like movies and TV shows, particularly true crime, horror, and Marvel, because Marvel comics make sense in there somehow. I'm a nerd too. And I really like cooking. Cooking is how I de-stress at the end of the day. I go in and I got my true crime on and I'm cooking. I'm actually building a cookbook that I hope is done by the end of the year. And mostly self-taught. I learned from my grandma, but I just really love cooking. It really de-stresses me. It's how I just decompress. And I'm in there, a lot of people listen to music. I need true crime. So, so cooking, eating, I like eating, reading, entertainment generally. I like movies, TV, video games, books. I like stories. I like to suspend reality for a minute and just exist somewhere else with other people, solving crimes, solving murders.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I really like animals. So, Lori,
yes.
I'm going to tell them about my backyard.
Oh my God. Just call her Snow White. Tell them about your backyard and your walks.
And so we like to go walking when weather permits. It's not permitting right now because it's like 8 degrees, but we live on a dead-end street in the middle of the woods. So in my backyard, I feed squirrels, chipmunks. I have a black squirrel. He's so cute. Squirrels, chipmunks, possums, groundhogs, raccoons, all the birds, and rabbit and deer. And they all come up to the backyard. I feed them all, and they're all like little friends. But on our walks, I have befriended this little local cat named Huckleberry. And she's a black cat, but when she hears us walking and talking, she comes, and I have videos. She comes running down the middle of the street. Meow, meow, meow. I'm like, it's my friend.
That's what she's saying. Meow, 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 my friend.
So that's one of my greatest joys in life too. Is just looking at the animals and feeding the animals. And I know a lot of people think it's weird, and like, why do you feed wild animals? Because they're cute and they bring me joy. And I'm not asking anyone else to pay for the food or go out there and do it. It's me. So.
Oh, it makes you so happy. I think between the animals and feeding them and your cooking are the two big de-stressors outside of reading, obviously. But she sends us pictures of her food all the time. And it's like, oh my God, why do I live on the West Coast? I need to be on the East Coast.
Well, we have a deal though. When we go to Tennessee, as long as I can get a sous chef and a dish bitch, I'll cook.
Yeah.
So somebody else is helping in the cleaning, I'm going to cook for you girls because that's my love language.
Yep.
Wow.
We just got a couple more questions.
Okay.
And then we're going to wrap it up. She sings Good Morning when we were on the phone. Kathy B says, I just want to address this real quick. I recently started getting into cooking because I'm on a weight loss journey. For 40 pounds.
Damn, girl.
I'm only 25 pounds. Keith and I started a health journey last year.
Good.
We're doing all clean eating and everything homemade and raw vegetables. Everything tastes better, doesn't it? When you learn how to cook it from scratch and you're using clean
Oh,
ingredients.
so much better. So much
And
better.
then the side effect is weight loss. That's great. Okay, so what is your favorite type of thrifting? Estate sales, online auctions, yard sales. I think we answered this at the beginning, but Kelly came in late, so we can reiterate.
We can.
She came in late. We'll reiterate. I like reiterating, and I cannot lie. All you girls go to the thrift store, and I don't go.
Yay! An eBay pom-pom.
eBay pom-pom.
I love it. Those things were everywhere when they first started putting those out. It's everywhere. They're great.
I know it.
I don't know if you can see mine. It's on the TV show.
Yeah, I'm all about garage sales. Garage sales, I get the best deals, and that's really my favorite. Our yard sales and estate sales, garage sales. Well, it's not so much estate sales because they're usually overpriced, unless you go the last day.
I was just gonna say the best time is the last day. Yeah, that's when you get the real prices.
To an estate sale.
Yep.
But yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah, I like the estate sales, and like I said earlier, Dana got me into Max Sold, so it makes it real easy. I can shop online and then just go pick up the stuff. They do estate sales for that. I have one here called JPMO, and they are so streamlined. The service is nice. You drive up, they already have it lined up. You don't even have to go in the house to get it, and they put it in your car and you take off. It's like a drive-through service. Right. It's awesome. The estate sales, I love the church sales and garage sales. Okay, I know we're not supposed to be this greedy, but I like getting something that somebody doesn't know the true value of. Although I won't rip them off, I do want to get it at. I'll go up on the price a little bit, but not to what I really should be paying for it. Now, if it's like $1 and it's worth, I really should be paying $50 for it because it's really worth $5,000. Yes, I'll do that. But that's why I like garage sales and stuff. But I have to dedicate a whole day to it because it seems like I need to saturate the neighborhood and make sure I hit everything and don't miss a thing. So yeah. Max Sold is number 1, estate sales number 2, and then garage sales. Mm-hmm.
The bins, my number 1. The bins. Church sales.
You're like Kelly.
Oh my gosh, Kelly. Some church sales, because the last 2 church sales that I went to were horrible.
Oh.
But I did go to a church sale that I did record, and I'm going to put it on my YouTube channel sometime this month. That one was a good one. OMG. I love that one, and I wish we had that one like that all the time. It was full. The church was freaking full. All the rooms were full. Rooms were by category. It was
you need to call us and let us know when this happens so we can fly out. That's the kind of sale I would fly out for. Holy cow.
I didn't even know it was going to be that good. They didn't put any pictures. They didn't say it. They just said church sales, this is the time and this is the address. When my mom and I went there with my daughter, we were like, oh my gosh.
Wow.
I want to tell people about this, but I don't want them to come steal my goods.
Oh my gosh. Look at her church sale, Becky.
Oh my God.
It is like so big.
So the biz, church sales, thrift stores sometimes, but garage sales and estate sales for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So mine is online. I was gonna mention my jewelry person. So I buy from Whistle Pig Market on Etsy, and if you put in code HIPPO,
she gonna get a kickback.
I won't.
No.
Yeah, it's not an affiliate link. You get 20% off, and I'm not an affiliate, but as long as people continue to use the coupon, she'll keep it active, and I get the benefit of getting the 20% off, and that's how I pay $6 a pound for my jewelry.
Oh,
nice.
Awesome.
So she's my favorite for jewelry. I say I hate thrifting, but once a month with my local eBay seller circle group, we go thrifting together. And then when we're done thrifting, we go to Aldi and we go grocery shopping. It's like a whole day of friends just thrifting and getting groceries. And they help me get the stuff in my car because of my back. And it's 99-cent day. And it's just fun. I like that. But if we did it more than once a month, I would become very resentful of it. So
Mhm.
You know, it's fun once a month.
The thrifting is fun for me because I'm not looking for profitable items necessarily, but like we talked about before, things that catch my eye that are unique. That's why I go to the thrift stores, to find something that somebody missed or hasn't gotten to yet. That's just so cool that I'm gonna love making the description of and sell the hell out of it. You know, that's the treasure hunting part. If I were to do thrifting, it's because I'm treasure hunting.
Yes.
One thing I'll never miss is a fill a bag sale.
I love those.
Those are so dangerous.
I
Fill a
love
bag.
them.
Savers is like that. They
How
do
small
that.
can I roll something
Yeah,
up?
you're like, you take a T-shirt, you make it. Remember that
I
girl
know,
on
right?
YouTube that
Oh
makes a
my
T-shirt
gosh.
out of-
I know. I
I
do
even thought
love
about
them.
bringing my bag so I could like suck the air out of stuff and put it in.
Yeah. And our friend Kelly goes to the library, her local library, a couple times a year. It's $1 a bag, and she'll put like DVDs and
Yeah,
just everything she can get. Those are fun. I do like
they
those.
are fun.
So if I may show everyone Huckleberry real quick.
Oh, yes.
Oh my god. Oh, stop.
I don't know if you can hear her meowing.
Oh
She's
wow.
a fat cat. Oh my God, she's beautiful.
Oh
She
my
came right
God.
up to you.
Oh,
Oh God.
Yeah, I
That's
haven't
just
seen
pure
her.
love.
I haven't seen her since November because it's been like 10 degrees. But
oh,
that's my cat, Huckle. It's not my cat, but she's my walking. She walks up and down the street with me and Keith, and she
That's
talks to
so
me.
cool.
so
And
cute.
her mom always comes out and goes, Huckleberry's got a play date with her friends.
Oh my gosh.
Love that.
I love her.
Oh, that's so cool.
Okay, so I have a link tree for Koko.
Yeah,
I
I
have
don't
one
have
for-
Linktree.
Yeah, yours is broken, ma'am. It's on.
Yeah, I
your-
don't use it. I just shut it off. I decided I'm not using it anymore.
What do you want me to put in here for you?
Yeah, I actually meant to make a web page. I thought, why am I paying for Linktree when I can use my website?
What about your podcast? If you don't
Yeah,
have your
my
website yet.
podcast, please.
Yeah.
The Power Selling podcast. That's really
Yeah.
I need subscribers of the Power Selling podcast. I'm really doing my best. I have big plans for it this year. I just went to Podfest when we were talking about festivals, and I went for Thursday through Sunday. It was in Orlando, and it was all these speakers about podcasting, and it was really, really awesome.
Wow.
And I know someone who's going to be a guest on your podcast next week.
Yeah, you do.
Me?
Who?
Who could that be? Let
Sure.
me check.
Yeah, I have it right here. Routines and planners.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she is the queen.
I
Yes.
actually, yeah,
I actually had Keith move a doctor's appointment because he likes me to go with. He's had a lot of health issues. We won't get into my personal life.
It's a whole nother podcast.
And he scheduled it. I'm like, I won't have time to get home for my podcast. You must move this to Friday.
You made him move it.
I called and did it for him. I'm his secretary.
Oh my gosh, that's
He
adorable.
moved his appointment, but
Dan
I'm
is
like-
more important than you. Haha.
Oh,
no,
no, but
we already had
you.
one. And it's easier to move a doctor's appointment
Well,
That's true.
than us to both find time again.
I've got it's video and audio, so you can watch it on YouTube or you can listen to it on all major podcast players.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I mean, I made my boyfriend move his appointment.
Yeah.
What else was I going to say? Oh, we're going to go around now, and you can tell everybody where we can find you. I put all your links in, but remind us when you're here and there and everywhere. And after you tell us where to find you, well, let's do that first.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm on Instagram, and I have two Instagrams. One, Dana Crawford, Danna Crawford on Instagram. And I also have the Power Selling podcast on Instagram. So please follow both. And then on Facebook, I just launched the Facebook group and the Facebook page for the Power Selling podcast. So they're both brand new on Facebook. And on what else is there? TikTok. It's still Dana Crawford, the Power Selling Mom. I started off as the Power Selling Mom, and now I'm old. It's Power Selling Grandma, but I have no, I haven't
You're
changed.
still a mom.
I know. I still haven't changed it. So I've started this Power Selling brand. So I got the Power Selling podcast and Power Selling Mom, and so yeah. That's the best way to find me. And then I have my website, powersellingmom.com.
Perfect. I love it. Well, my link tree is up there. It lists on how to contact me through my websites. The name of the company is K&L Resale. Most of the places don't allow you to do ampersand, so I have KANDL and then the word resale. In all of my sites, I think Poshmark has the underscores in between the words. Other than that, you can just go to my link tree there, linktree/K&L Resale, and just make a quick click. We're moving, so look for me on. I'm on eBay, Mercari, Poshmark. What's it? Whatnot, and what's the other one? I can't remember. Anyway, it's in Linktree. And I'm probably going to do a few Whatnot shows as we probably a lot as we travel across the United States over a week's period. To get to our new home in Tennessee. We're going to stay with a friend in the meantime, but I thought I'd bring my jewelry and my baseball cards and things like that. So look for me on Whatnot. I'm going to be scheduling some shows regularly. I've been off for about a year just because it's been hectic health-wise in our family. So I'll be getting back on there. So look for me there.
Awesome.
You can find me everywhere. Whatnot, eBay, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I am so close to 1,000 subscribers. Dios mío, so close. It's
Put it over the top.
slowly inching up there. But yeah, all the social platforms, I'm there. Find me there and Whatnot, of course, with my plushies. So yeah.
And your link tree, she just posted your link tree too.
And
Yes,
your YouTube. Never
and
subscribe, guys. It's hard to get to 1,000.
Yep.
Definitely.
I'm gonna throw my shit stuff in here.
Throw your shit. See what hits the wall. Okay.
I also put in a link to 10th and Main. 10th and Main,
yeah.
It's a group of 7 of us that sell live on YouTube every Friday night. And once a month, we do a Whatnot rate train that we stream to the YouTube. So
yeah,
that's fun. I'm on Whatnot.
I can't speak.
If you want to follow me on Whatnot, it's Hippo Hut. And I'm there on Mondays and Fridays and soon to be Wednesdays. And I'm here every Thursday night. And I sell everywhere. I'm everywhere. Just go to the link trees. That's what they're for.
Just make sure you look around the corners. Look around the corners. She's there.
Tree.
She's there. Is she there?
I'm there.
Everywhere.
If you can sell it on there, I'm there. Even if I only have like 10 listings and sell nothing. I'm looking at you, Depop. You got everyone
No
excited
kidding.
with your seminar on List Perfectly. And I list 25 things a day all of December. I want my life back. You hear me? You're worse than Mercari. I said what I said.
The whole nother YouTube cast.
I said what I said with my full chest, Depop.
Oh, the algorithms are buzzing.
Ooh,
So now we'll close it out with everybody giving a last piece of advice.
Oh, I'm not prepared.
Oh, advice.
No one ever is.
Does it have to be about reselling?
Yeah.
Dana, what?
Go treat yourself. Go treat yourself to something. You deserve it. And we work hard, and everybody deserves what?
Preach, she said.
Preach it, girl. Preach it, Gina. Preach.
I thought you said beach. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Like, what? Excuse me.
She doesn't know you that well.
Threw me off. Yeah, no, that's really the best advice I can give, that everybody deserves to be treated in some manner, and look after yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good one. The one that comes to mind, I'm sure I have other gems, but sell what you like, buy what you like, because if you don't, it'll just sit there on the shelf and you'll regret having blown the money on it.
Mhm. Yeah, do it for yourself. Don't do it for anybody else. And if you're happy with it, then that's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
You need routines in your life. That's mine.
Oh, I knew you were gonna say that. I knew it.
You can't have work-life balance if you don't have routines.
Mm,
And
true.
you're not going to be a successful business or person if you don't have the balance. So it all plays into each other. Organization, routines, time management, time blocking, all the things will make you a much healthier, physically and mentally healthier person. And then you can be there for all the people in your life, and you can be a better business person as well.
Mm-hmm.
Get enough sleep too. You know what people forget to do? 3 things. Here, these are the last 3 things I'll say. Drink your water, get enough sleep, and go outside and go for a walk.
Oh, yes.
I don't do any of
Boom, boom, boom. Hey.
We need to talk, Dana. I like sparkling flavored water, but just get your water.
Yeah. I'm terrible at drinking water. Terrible.
You know what I do though, for speaking of water, Dana, get some of that squirty water flavoring stuff, like Mio or something. I just squirt a little bit in there, just a little bit, to get a little flavor, because I don't like drinking just plain.
I like carbonation, so I just get seltzers.
Well, tequila helps.
Yeah, she's got. That's
hence the cruises.
That's for after you've had a full day of work. You could treat yourself with a drink.
There you go. I'll drink to that. It's
I might have a white Russian right now. I don't know.
I know.
Oh, now we're getting the alcohol talk. I love bar talk. All right.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank everybody here for coming on. I appreciate it. I'll probably invite you back.
Aw.
And
how do you do that? How do you do that? Is that it?
Look, the boys are doing it.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's right.
Great. I'm commiserating with murderers now. Okay. I love murderers.
I just followed you on Whatnot, so I'm following everybody.
Yay.
So thank you everyone for coming, and thank you in the audience for coming. And if you're watching the replay, that counts too. I appreciate everybody. I took like almost a year break from YouTube, and I feel like it's more of a struggle to build it back than it was to build it in the first place.
Yeah.
But I'm here, and my friends are here. So
yep, we're gonna help you do it.
Glad you're here.
Get her done.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye. Oh my God. Goodbye. That's